Hello, today we're going to be comparing the old Bosch IXO, this is an IXO2, to the new one, which I think is an IXO6. So first of all, we'll unbox the new one. So here comes the unboxing for that, and then we'll talk about them. So we'll unbox the new Bosch IXO. There it is, comes in quite a nice little box. We've got a seal there, so we'll just cut through that. Get the knife. So we'll just cut through that seal there. That's that. There's details for it. 3.3 volts. 5mm diameter screw maximum, and the torque. So it comes in a very nice little box, so we'll just open that up, and there we are. So little collection of bits, all the sort of usual ones. It's flat blade, cross blade, there's a couple of torques and a couple of hex bits as well. That's the standard sort of hex bit that's a lot of flat pack furniture use, so that's quite nice to see that. Then we've got a USB lead for charging as a UK 3-pin USB adapter, although because it's USB I should think that any USB charger would work. This outputs 5 volts. Here's the IXO itself. It's got a bit of charge in it. So the light stays on. Can we get underneath that? Yep. Here's guarantee, and there's a little instruction book, which isn't, there's a few languages in there, but quite a lot of that. What does it go up to? About page 20, so there's about 20 pages of English instructions, various things, mainly concerned with how you change and fit the extras on, because this one's got extras. So we put all that back in the box, and we put the main plastic bit back on. That goes in there. That goes in there, and then that we can tuck back in there. Sort of works, and obviously that fits there. So that's the actual the new IXO. So yeah, that's it unboxed. Now we'll compare the two. So this is my old one. And that's, I don't know if it can actually focus on that. But it's manufactured 2004 in Malaysia, 3.6 volts, and there's a serial number for it. So that's the old one, and the old one comes with, there's a few bits missing from it. These are all looking a bit rusty because of where they've been living. That's not part of it. There were some other bits in there that they're long gone, little small extra little bits, but this little bit here pops out. You take that with you if you need to. But this is actually the charging station for it, so that would like sit on there like that, and that charges it up. So that's obviously quite a substantial thing that you have to find somewhere to live. So the old one has its own charging station. The old one also has no ability to fit extras on. That front bit doesn't come off, but it's still got the light. It's an orange light. The reversing is done with the little switch there. And you can tell which way it's going because of the light on the top. Main issues are that the new one is actually a little bit bigger. The new one has got a smooth rubber grip, It's much better, it feels much better in the hand than the old one does. The old one is a little bit small, to be fair, so your finger ends up like that. Or you got this little pinky dangling away. The other thing with the old one is that that in the middle, that locks it, which can be a bit annoying. Also, that's one direction, that's the other direction, and because of where it is, there is a tendency to knock that when you don't mean to, because of the way you have to grip it. So that's really annoying about the old one. The other thing is that it's either on or off. There's no graduation. And obviously the thing on the top is largely irrelevant, because you can tell which way it's going, because either the screw's going on or it's not. So yeah, it's still got the light. So and of course the charging station means that it has to be on the charging station for it to charge. So you have to take that with you. Although it is kind of nice just to sort of put it down and have it charged. But what I found is that if you don't seat it in exactly the right place, it doesn't make contact. So that's the old one. So what is the new one like? Well, the new one has got a much brighter light. It's obviously much brighter. It also stays on a little bit after you've sort of pressed the trigger on it, whereas this one light only stays on while the trigger's going. So there's a little bit, so that's quite nice. So this is sort of like a little bit of a torch as well. That's quite a nice idea. And of course this one has the ability to have extra add-ons like a corkscrew and a drill and a cutter and things like that. The other thing to notice is that it's got a gradual speed, so you can start off slow and speed up. Also, you're not going to knock the switch for the direction because they've moved it onto the top. So that's your forwards and backwards, so you don't knock it anymore. There's a battery indicator there. This one's just come out the box, so it hasn't got much charge in it. So there's a battery indicator there, which is kind of helpful. But that switch for the direction isn't going to get knocked accidentally like it is on the old one, because that's really annoying how it does that. Because even if you put it down, when you pick it up again, you can easily flick that switch over. So it's a massive improvement on the old one. Massive improvement on the old one. The thing to realise here is that this one I've used this one since 2004. So it's got a very long life, this one. And I only really got this new one sort of as a birthday present for myself, really. But they've obviously looked at what's been going on and made some quite significant advances to it. So on the whole, it is a vast improvement. The original one did come with a little tin. It came in a metal tin, which everything fitted in, but that wasn't practical for storage because everything had to fit in sort of, I don't know where the tin is anyway, it's gone. So you couldn't actually store it in the tin because you had to pack things in a very particular way to get it all to fit. And in reality, you needed to have this thing on there anyway to charge up. So having this in there is quite nice. I don't think you can have it sitting in there when it's charging though, because I don't think the cable is going to be able to. It's not going to be able to be plugged in and in the box. So you'll need to sort of put it to one side like that. But because it's a standard USB cable, you could probably charge it up using your PC. But all in all, it's a massive improvement. So if you're looking for a little handy tool, then obviously the IXO is the one to go for. As I say, I've had this one since 2004, and I've never done screws back up with it because of its sort of being on and off. There's no gradual, you can't sort of speed up and slow down. But for undoing screws, I've used it a lot for undoing screws on computer cases and things. Although that is pretty slow if you think about it. Let's listen to the speed. You can see it going round. And we'll get this one out. I think it's a bit faster. Let's put a bit in and we'll see if there's a visible difference. So that's that one. Let's bring them up to the camera. Here we go. That seems faster to me. So not only is it, you can graduate it, the light stays on after you pull the trigger, the grip is much bigger, more substantial, so it fits your hand better. The switch that changes the direction is on the top, not on the side. I don't know about battery life, but that's not really that important anyway, is it really? Because the kind of jobs you're using this for aren't going to take hours and hours and hours. You're going to be zip, zip, zip. And for drilling proper holes, you're going to have a proper drill anyway, aren't you? Because I've got a proper drill. That's quite nice. You can leave a bit in and it still fits in the box. Kind of like that, and you just noticed that. So overall, that one is now obsolete. Shame to see you go, little friend, but you've been replaced. So yes, that's the end of that. Any comments, stick them in the comments. If you found the video useful or informative, then like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.